Hello, everybody, and welcome to a short update on Tropical Storm Faye here. This is visible imagery off of GOES 16 here that you see in front of your screen. This is CONUS imagery. I showed updates every, I believe, if I remember correctly, I believe every 2 to 5 minutes here. So this is a CONUS video satellite imagery here. You can see it made landfall over New Jersey earlier as a 50-mile-an-hour tropical storm, giving some flooding rains and some minor storm surge to New Jersey and some of the surrounding areas along the East Coast here, near where the storm made landfall. Another storm going on currently right now is Tropical Storm Christina. Or if the will load there. I don't know why the imagery is not loading. There's Tropical Storm Christina there. You can see how it's progressed over the past few hours here, forming an eye-like feature here. It remains to be seen later on once the storm finally dissipates, which it's forecast to later on next week, and I'll get further into detail on that in a little bit here. But once this dissipates, we'll find out later on, probably not till maybe early next year, in the TCR that the tropical cyclone report that they'll make for this, whether or not it actually did briefly hit Category 1 force intensity or not. We'll find that out. There's a chance that it may have done that either now or maybe a little bit earlier in time. But regardless if it is one right now or not, for Slate is not one. It's running out of time because it's going to head into cooler sea surface temperatures, which of course isn't favorable at all for a storm to intensify any further. So that's why it's going to be gradually weakening with time. And here's the cone for Tropical Storm Christina there, and you can see it's forecast to dissipate by 8 a.m. Wednesday next week, middle of next week there. And as of the 8 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time Advisory 17, its current location is at 19.8 degrees north, 115.5 degrees west. Maximum 1 minute sustained winds are at 70 miles per hour. It's moving to the west northwest at 17 miles per hour there. I know you saw that for a brief second here. This is Tropical Storm Faye. This is the cone for Tropical Storm Faye. The really only the only named storm that's making an impact on land right now is Tropical Storm Faye, and this is out of the 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Intermediate Advisory from the National Hurricane Center 6A. The current location as of this advisory is at 40.1 degrees north, 74.3 degrees west. Maximum sustained 1 minute winds are at 45 miles per hour, down from 50 mile an hour winds at landfall, and down from 60 mile an hour winds before landfall and earlier this morning and afternoon. Moving due north at 14 miles per hour. It's forecast to dissipate by 2 a.m. Sunday here. Um, and then here's water vapor imagery. Well, this would be water vapor imagery of Tropical Storm Faye there, but it's not going to be loading there, unfortunately. I don't know why that site's giving me issues right now. But here's tropical tidbits imagery of Tropical Storm Faye. This is mesoscale imagery, so this imagery updates roughly every minute. Every minute the GOES 16 satellite takes a new image of this storm. And you can see it's not really looking the best for wear on IR imagery. Here's a look at the radar imagery off of the National Weather Service here. This is the regional view radar, and you can see there's some rain still falling, light rain for the most part right now, falling on New Jersey. Most of the heavier rain is over Pennsylvania and over central New York there, New York State there. Uh, I will say though, earlier today, New Jersey did get a lot of flooding rains and some minor storm surge from this. They pretty much got the worst of the storm could offer. It made landfall over there, like I said earlier today, as a 50-mile tropical storm. And then we're also watching another area of interest here that's gonna form, that has a chance of forming, I should say, in the Eastern Pacific here. You can go ahead and read the text. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but you can see there on the bottom. Formation chance for the next 48 hours is a low 20% chance, and then a formation chance for the next 5 days is a high 70% chance. So that means there's a 20% chance of it forming into at least a tropical depression string storm throughout the next 48 hours, and throughout the next 5 days, there's a high 70% chance that it's going to form into at least a tropical depression string storm or higher, according to the National Hurricane Center as of 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Friday, July 10th, 2020. So other than that, that's pretty much the only game in town. We also have a 95A currently going on in the Indian Ocean. Well, not in the Indian Ocean. It's like over land right now, but it's forecast to stay over land and just move over land more and weaken even more if it was trying to strengthen earlier. That's probably going to be a flooding threat for those regions. Um, I believe in India and Pakistan or something, somewhere around there. I'm not too familiar with my geography there, unfortunately, so I apologize if I messed that up. But other than that, that's pretty much the only games in town right now. that's pretty much going to be about it for this update. Again, um, don't know why my inventory is not loading today. This site is usually pretty good. Oh, now it's oh, okay, that was just one frame. Never mind. Um, is this one gonna? No, it's not gonna load. I'm just trying to make sure I got everything. Oh yes, this is 95A. The models for that. Again, it's over land right now. It's gonna be over land for the next 48 hours and probably even longer. And be a flooding threat for that part of the world there. And there's Tropical Storm Faye there. Visible imagery of Tropical Storm Faye there. As the sun set over the storm. And like I said, that's pretty much going to be about it for me. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability when I see them. And I believe that's going to be about it, like I said, for me. So I hope everybody has a great day and night. Wherever you guys are, stay safe, of course. Until then, till the next video, see you guys later. Peace.